Hi there, Hawk Robbins with RPG Research, and this is my youngest son, Drake Robinson. He has been in a Worlds of Beru campaign for a number of years. Some of you are familiar with my Worlds of Beru through Heroes of the Mist on Sundays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And, excuse me, this is... So he's been doing this mostly solo campaign with occasional other people.
Once with other people.
Just once, just that one girl. But he's been playing Sir Illiad Pengore, the Cavalier. This is a D&D First Edition. And instead of starting in the usual Port Balcoth scenario, he specifically asked for, and you were how old when we started this? Like 15? 14? Let's see. You're 19 now. Yeah, 2015 is when I have notes. From July 2nd, 2015. Yeah, that looks like when we started you.
That was actually the beginning with...
July 2nd, 2015. So yeah, you would have been 15 years old. You're now 19.
Jeez.
Or...
19?
Yeah. So 4 years ago, we started this, and he specifically asked for a... What did you ask for specifically?
Politically intriguing and roleplay heavy campaign.
Be careful what you ask for, Mr. Limpid.
No, it's been great.
And lots of complexity. And I think we have recorded... I think we've recorded this before. I think we streamed it a couple of times before. But the last time we played was 2018, April 5th. So almost a year ago, because today is February 13th, 2019. Day before Thanksgiving, or Valentine's Day. And so as a father, I have three sons. My three sons. I've tried over the years. You wish.
Excuse you.
You're saying you were the alpha son?
I am now.
Oh, okay. Well, you're the only one still in the state, so I guess so. So I tried, and I wasn't, always consistent about it, but I did the best I could to have father-son time with each of the boys separately. So we did a lot of stuff together as a family, but then, there's a different experience when the other siblings are away. And it's a great chance to have that one-on-one connection. And we did many different things on Father sometimes. So I was just going out to eat or just hanging out, watching a movie, whatever. But we motorcycle rides, whatever, all kinds of different stuff. But one of your favorites out of the three of you is you've enjoyed role-playing the most, especially one-on-one. Your brothers who did role-play at different times weren't into the one-on-one role-playing so much. They liked the group stuff. They didn't care as much for the one-on-one.
Yeah, and I love the one-on-one because I'm selfish, I guess.
Well, you're the most introverted of the three of you.
By many, many miles.
Which makes you a good writer, because you're good at observing. You watch and observe, and I think you're a good writer, even though you don't feel you are. And you've had multiple people say that you are. But it's a confidence thing. But anyway, so we've had some very good one-on-one sessions over the years. Now, your Cavalier is technically only 3rd level, but you have enough XP for what level?
6th.
Because the problem is he has to find a trainer until you get to 6th level, right? Once you get to 6th level, then you can self-train.
Yep.
But things have been happening so fast and furious. So the way the training works is for every level you have to go up, you have to train that many weeks. So go from 3rd to 4th, that's 4 weeks of training.
Now, to benefit myself so I don't die as quickly, is I get the hit points of making level at the very
So I've allowed the hit points to keep going up, but none of the other abilities going up because he hasn't the training. And you did start the training, right? And then things hit the fan.
No, I was 1st level for a long time.
And then you got to get the training finally. Yeah, right. And then everything hit the fan.
I jumped into hell.
Literally later. Yeah.
No, it was after I reached 3rd level.
Yeah. And you've been doing stuff way above your station.
Yeah.
Way above your pay grade. Things like going to hell, saving
Kings.
The king of the Southern Wood Elves, the Tenarian Woods. which helped then ally the wood elves with the xenophobic wood elves with the local humans in the southeast corner.
Murder a few years ago.
Yeah, southeast corner of Regnum Sapientium. Yeah. So it's been a lot, but it has been due to my health issues and other things. We haven't had this continue for, so we're picking it back up where we left off.
Since I went to New Hampshire, I think.
Oh, that would explain it. So that's not my fault then.
No, but not picking it up is the mix of our faults.
Right. So when last we played, you had freed the town up from the bad guys, the thugs and stuff, and the Seneschal and others who had taken over the town.
I think it was Veritas.
Yeah, right? Or Vinton.
It was Veritas.
Veritas, yeah. So that was the capital of this region.
Vinton is.
Oh, Vinton's the capital. Okay. Okay.
Veritas is the second largest.
Okay. And the Seneschal had actually been orchestrating all of that.
Yeah, but he was possessed.
But it turned out, that he was possessed. Yeah. And you were able to discover that and have that possession removed.
I think one of the rings he had was possessed.
Right, and when you captured him and took everything, it freed him.
Yeah.
Finally, after years of possession.
And then Broke took over, before we verified any of this, he took over Veritas, and we had to free him, and he got the crap beaten out of him.
Right.
Doing so well.
And so this Grecos acrobat thief boy, you had a little fight within the inn.
Do you want me to give you just a rundown?
Yeah, give a quick rundown for everybody's benefit.
So after taking back the town, we were licking our wounds because it did not go well. There was a lot of magic traps involved that destroyed the charge of the humans. I went into the town with some human archers, a couple of which went to guard the lord of the town and the seneschal, who were both in the dungeon at the time. We fought through the town. We went to the main tower. We raised a standard to basically, order the charge. We fought for a while, and after that, we've been licking our wounds. The seneschal taught me how to get into his abode, which has tons of magical traps, runes, mechanical, everything you can think of, trapping the entrance and everything within there. But he's taught me how to essentially go in and get stuff. So I got a lot of potions to heal up our people to make it so we were in fighting shape again, or at least as close as we could get. And I discovered that this amulet I have that the seneschal once had, but I took from him, it makes it so I can't be detected by anything below a god, basically. Gods can still scry me, but anything else, not really powerful enough. Except for the other 6 amulets of these 7.
Yeah, so if anybody else owns it, then they can scry you.
And I decided to try, so he taught me how to find another one of these amulets. So I pulled out a map, and what do you know, I found one at a local inn in Veritas.
Oh, so that's why you went there.
Yeah, so I went to that inn, and I kicked in the door, which was a good decision because it was magically trapped and exploded and threw me against the wall.
So good decision is sarcasm.
No, good decision as in if I had opened it, I would be in way worse shape.
Oh, okay.
According to you, at least.
Okay.
And then I charged in, pummeled the at least 10th or 11th level wizard that was in there at comfy third level.
Drow, male drow.
Yeah, and then I fought with this thief acrobat boy who was kicking my rear. I think I could have taken one of them on in single combat, but not both at once. I did some damage to my armor, then I shouted to some of the elves that were manning the wall just nearby that there was a drow. They rushed in, and then I rushed back to the dungeon where I discovered the drow was trying to teleport the seneschal out. So the thief acrobat boy was fighting a couple of guards, and I stuck my hand through the drow as he was starting to teleport. And the seneschal and I ended up together in Chicago.
1920s Chicago, downtown.
So we got a Tommy gun from there.
You found your way into a speakeasy, right?
Yeah. And then from there we found ourselves a portal. I left my armor behind. We jumped through said portal and ended up in a river gorge.
But your armor was damaged by acid.
Yeah,
right?
it was significantly less effective. But we ended up in a western setting. I bought myself
1880s
some
or so.
handled revolvers before we were about to be kicked out by the townsfolk, and then we jumped through the portal again. And
which this time you saw.
Lo and behold, I look behind me, and the drow wizard is chasing us. And that's where we left it.
Okay. So, same sensation of sickness and shifting and all of that twirling, and you come stumbling down on the ground, tumbling on the ground, pitch black.
Of course it's pitch black.
And an echoing sound as though you're in a large building.
Of course it's dark.
You hear a couple of voices moaning and groaning in pain in addition to yourself. Oh, and take 1 hit point.
Oh no. 1 hit point.
Don't get cocky.
Only got 65 more.
Oh!
So I'm gonna reach around looking for the seneschal.
You're gonna reach around?
I'm gonna feel like the area around.
Okay.
It's pitch
You
black.
feel a solid stone or cement type surface. You're familiar with cement now because in Chicago and Wild West, but some sort of irregular stone surface under your hand. Feels slightly damp actually. And you don't feel anything else immediately around you. You can hear others moaning and trying to get up on their feet.
Do you remember the name of the seneschal? I do not.
It has been a while.
It has indeed.
Yeah, he was a triple agent.
Possessed triple agent.
Yeah.
Potentially by more than one thing.
Oh, where did I put his name? Okay, there's his code name. Where's his actual name?
I know we had it, and I remember it was something weird, so I didn't really remember it.
Maybe I didn't put it in my digital notes. Maybe it's in my... Ulrich was the guy who's... You ticked off the father of the woman you impregnated and nearly died from the abortion, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just maybe, but she also got
Remember
cursed.
Ulrich?
Yeah, no, but she also got cursed because of me, because someone had it out for me.
Right.
So that pissed him off more, but I'm also responsible for getting her uncursed, so he hasn't killed me yet.
He did send somebody to challenge you, but you made it a public apology,
Yep, so it was
which
saved.
you lost some face, but it saved your bacon.
Well, it was better than
Yes.
getting an ass kicked by some level master at arms.
Okay, Sir Brent Hayward, Devut Virtus, 72 years old,
Yeah,
lamb
he's a
chops and
cavalier
bald.
that's been
Yeah. We'll train. Oh, goodness, this is what happens after too much time goes by.
We can give him a new name.
Without clean enough notes.
He's French.
Yeah, many are in that region.
They're all French. At least the natives. Of course they have to be French.
Alright. Goodness gracious. All this background info. Lord Tregan was his master, right?
Lord Tregan is the Lord of Veritas.
Yeah.
And he is
Yeah,
regaining his sanity.
yeah, he
no
was
longer being poisoned.
Poisoned, yeah. Imagine that. God, all the background info, complex stuff. Many of it you still don't know. You're getting the bits and pieces, but you don't have all of it.
I'm stumbling around in the dark.
Yeah, literally now.
Thanks. I don't have a light.
Yep.
Alright, Drow buddy. Well, could he have ended up in a different plane?
Who?
draft.
Possibly.
That doesn't seem likely. He was pretty close behind.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Let's call him the Seneschal, but he's not anymore.
Lucerne d'Amateur. Looks like Lucerne de Amateur. Amateur. Like Lucern. D apostrophe Amator. Lucerne d'Amateur. Some facsimile there.
Alright. Say the first one again, because that's harder than the last name he had.
What's that?
That's harder than the last name he had. Thanks.
Lucerne.
The sun. I call out quietly.
Over here.
I have blind fighting, by the way.
Okay. You can hear somebody walking up to you about 10 feet. We'll make up north-south.
Does it seem to be the source of the voice?
So, to your north, for your bearings, is the Seneschal. To your south, you hear somebody trying to sneak up on you. About 10 feet to the south. And to about 15 feet to the north is the Seneschal.
So I should probably pull up what blind fighting does.
Mm-hmm.
Because this came in handy against some Dwergar when I was taking a nap. Let's see.
Been so long.
And is this natural darkness?
Yes.
Okay, I'm only at a -2 to hit.
Wow. What about them to hit you?
-4 in natural darkness. But he has infravision, I assume.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean -4? You mean your armor class is impacted by 4?
If you can't see, you are at a -4 to hit.
Okay, they can. If they can see,
then they're not at a penalty.
what? Yeah. So.
So for low light, it's a -3.
This is 0 light.
And for me, in low light, it's -1.
Okay. But in this case, you're a -2.
Yeah.
To hit.
Yeah.
Okay. But you can't like detect their attack or anything like that.
Not necessarily, but so Seneschal's from my north, guys coming from my south.
Mm-hmm.
Whip out my sword, pistol. I'm gonna fire.
Okay, as you go to reach for your sword, you hear something whistle through the air and come at you. Oh, what's your current armor class?
Let's figure that out.
Only thing is, he's a magic user, and they kind of suck.
Yeah, but
hand to
I don't
hand.
know. My AC's not as great without armor.
True.
But it's still pretty damn good. 7.
I don't know that you get your dex benefit, do you?
I have blind fighting, so I do.
Was that what it says? That's what I was trying to determine.
Should have asked that.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
It also reduces my chance of stumbling or falling over obstacles.
Mm-hmm. That's good to know.
Or tumbling into pits or over cliffs, and the chance of slipping and falling while climbing.
Good.
Half that of a character if that was proficiency.
Mm-hmm. Is it a skill check?
No.
No.
It's just I'm trained to not be able to see.
Okay.
So no penalty to armor class.
Well, that's physical armor class. What about your dex bonus?
And obtain special abilities and other proficiencies that would otherwise be lost in darkness. It says that I can still find my way around.
But what about your dex bonus?
It doesn't specify.
Okay.
It
I
says
guess
don't
we'll call it
lose
good
any
for
of
now.
my
All
armor
right.
class.
So what's your AC?
Still figuring that out.
Okay.
Because I've got magic and stuff. So it's 7, 4. I think it's 4. Which is not great. I've got a Cloak of Elvenkind. Does that help?
No, not in this case.
Go for it.
Okay. All right. Current AC is 4.
Being naked is pretty good.
Wow, you were already down. You were all the way down to -1 at one point.
-4.
-4. Jeez. All right. You get hit by a dagger.
Of course I do.
For 4 hit points. Roll save versus poison.
Lovely. I'm gonna roll high, right?
Yes. Yeah. What?
5 out of 13.
Actually, I think we should give you saving throws.
Okay.
Because that's not really something you train.
I still rolled a 5.
It's experiential. So let me update your saving throws here.
We might have already done that. I'm not sure.
Well, we'll find out here in a second. So, 6th level, paralyzation, poison, or death magic, 11.
Okay, that was an improvement.
Petrification or polymorph, 12.
Rot staff wand.
13.
Breath weapon.
13.
Spells.
14.
Okay.
But yeah, not enough to save. So you feel it slash you in the chest, and a burning sensation start going through your chest.
And quickly.
Fairly rapidly.
Pretty aggressive poison.
Pretty aggressive poison.
Yay.
And you hear a little whisper running away to the south.
Nah, shoot.
You're gonna shoot in
I
the
had a
dark?
pistol in my hand.
Okay, you're just going to shoot blindly?
-2.
All right, roll away. Well, you already have a non-weapon proficiency penalty, too.
Right.
Don't forget that. What's your non-weapon proficiency penalty? 2? -2?
I'm looking for it.
I think it's in the UA.
Yes. No, I wrote it down.
Oh, good.
So, that is a -2 to hit still.
What?
I have a missile adjustment for my dex.
No.
Yup.
No.
Yup. That's a 14 to hit.
Okay. Let's see. But you're still attacking as a 3rd level. That isn't changing yet because you need the training for that.
But I got special abilities somewhere.
You already gave me your total bonus.
No, my combat benefits.
It's not going to get any from missile. They're not on a horse or anything.
That's true.
Yeah. What did you get total?
14.
Okay, your first shot. How many shots do you take?
What's the rate of fire?
Is it a pistol?
Yeah, it's a revolver.
But you have non-weapon proficiency. A proficient person could fire all 6 shots in 1 round. Non-weapon proficient.
2?
You haven't really had. How much time did you get to practice with them? You didn't get any, did you?
No, I did.
When did you go from the mercantile straight to
practiced with the Tommy
the Tommy gun's an automatic weapon.
I know.
This is I believe, full action. You have to know what to do. So you get off 1 shot. I know how to
shoot it.
You get off 1 shot. Because it doesn't, you expect the Tommy gun for it to go, and it just goes, bang! The kick is huge.
I fired it.
Yes.
I just haven't.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's your first time firing it.
No.
When did you get to fire it? You went from the mercantile to jump through the portal.
Mercantile.
He did not let you shoot the gun in the mercantile with ammo.
We left the town, then came back because we saw the portal because they were kicking us out. So we had to circle.
Yeah, but you never got a chance to shoot. But guess what? You still hit him. You hear go and a smack of somebody falling down on the ground.
I go after that bad boy.
All right, did I give you damage on that?
No. These were nice. These were like the top end revolvers.
Yeah. Darn it! Or did I didn't give you the info for that, huh?
I don't think so. I don't think you expected me to be using them effectively. Oh, baby.
What?
I love that I have a ring of human influencing. Oh, except these are L's. Never mind. It's useless. Damn it.
Oh, that's 2nd edition, but that might at least get me in the ballpark. What else doesn't have? Nope. Shooter specialist at 3. Yeah. Negative. Okay. Holy crap. Oh, that's shotgun. Okay.
This is like a shotgun.
No.
It's
No,
like
it's
a
not.
45.
It's not a shotgun.
It's a 45 slug.
Shotgun is D10 versus small to medium and D12 to large. This is not a shotgun.
No, this is like 2d6.
Well, it's going to be equivalent of a heavy crossbow.
That's pretty respectable.
But with a much higher, so 2 to 5. So roll D4 plus 1.
That's all a heavy crossbow does?
Yeah. 2 to 5 or 2 to 7.
That's crap.
For missile weapons, that's not bad.
This is a gun.
I understand.
3.
Okay. All right. It still hurt him. You heard him slap to the ground.
I'm going after that boyo.
You just run in that direction, try to get to him?
I'm going to move very quickly.
Okay.
I also have direction sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's why I've given you, whether or not it's the real directions, I've given you relative direction.
Seneschal is my north pole. Got it.
Yeah.
Also, do I see anything when I fire the gun? Cause
Yeah, you saw the flash of light, which if you
blinded me.
it would have blinded you, but it's just pitch black anyway.
But did it give me any sense of around me?
That you're in a very large
Cavern
of some kind.
Sweet.
All right. You hear him chanting as you go running up to him.
I'm gonna jump on him.
Hang on, I'm gonna see what his time is on this.
I wasn't far away.
I'm
6'10".
Yes, but he's also a drow. He moved very rapidly in the time you shot him. So it's going to take you a good part of your move. And it gives him time. So let's make sure I'm going to see something here. But one thing you noticed, he didn't have a spell book. He didn't have any of his gear with him. He didn't have a backpack or anything when he went through. So no
Hope he has
spell
more
book.
than one teleport.
That's unlikely.
I know. That's very unlikely. Please don't be 14th level. Teleport's a 7th level spell, isn't it?
I forget. I have to look it up, but it's
Pretty sure
it's
it
very
is.
high level. Okay. Oh, it only takes 3 segments. So you come running up. You're like right on top of him when a bright bolt of lightning comes shooting out right at you, point blank.
Excuse me?
Point blank lightning bolt.
And he's double digits?
I gotta find out. See,
I am dead.
you might be. Depends on how I roll. It's a D6 per level.
I get a saving throw, don't I?
Yes, you get a save throw.
And don't I get to
Cuts it in
dodge?
half. No, there's no dodge in first edition. You get if you save, you get half damage. So save versus spell.
God damn it. 7 out of 14.
Language. We're recording.
Sorry.
And besides, language anyway.
Yeah.
So what'd you get?
7. My luck is not rolling today.
Yeah. Oh, I'm probably using my dice.
No, I'm using my dice.
Oh, well
my
then.
dice aren't lucky. Cause
Oh yeah. So that would not be a save. Now let's see.
Crap. Oh, this was short, potentially.
Yeah.
It's a
That
D6
would
per
suck
round,
after
that.
all this time. I know exactly what it is. Yeah, after all this time, it would verb the noun. Teleport's 5th level.
Okay. Well, lightning bolt is a D6 per level.
Yes, I know. I'm fully aware. It was something he was keeping in reserve, but you were putting him in a desperate situation.
No, well, if I survive this, he's gonna crap beaten out of him like you would not believe. I will just sit there until he's within a hit point, then I'll heal him back up.
How
and
can
then
you
I'll
know
heal
when he's
more.
within a hit point?
The blood, the paleness, his flesh, sinking into his face. I don't think I can survive this. But we'll find out.
Look at all those dice. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of dice. That's a lot of D6, Drake. Look at that. That's a lot of D6. What's that?
You're
Nerfing
nerfing
him? How am I nerfing
You're
him?
not using all the d6 that he's worthy of.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Let me see.
That's double digits. I'm not giving you the exact count, but it's double digits. Oh, you're lucky. I only rolled 1 6.
Only.
Well, all right. And you did not save?
No.
I don't know how many hit points you have left. You take 31 hit points.
I'm fine.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. But
That's not even half.
But it blasts you back 10 feet, smoking onto your back.
I'm 6'10", my boy.
Yes.
All right.
He just hits you with a lightning bolt.
Didn't even give me a chance to roll initiative. How many? 31?
31.
That's nothing.
Okay. So you're knocked sprawling on your back. You hear padded feet running away as fast as possible. Okay, so you're going to gulp. You're going to lay on your back and gulp, or you're going to get up?
Multitask. I've got a
well,
17 dex.
okay, it's in the dark.
Blind fight. Directions.
Okay, you still got to find whatever it is you got to get.
It's on my belt.
It's on your belt. Do you even have a pack?
Yeah. No, I don't have a pack. I have my belt. That's where all my stuff is.
Roll dex check in the dark.
Are you kidding me?
What'd you get?
20.
Oh, now you rolled high. All right, it's going to take you around to find it, and then you got
It's on my belt!
I know, but you're fumbling in the dark for which one it is. You're smoldering out of your chest. Your shirt is just a hole. Your skin is seared. You're smoldering on the ground.
At least you're making me into a steak.
Cavalier steak.
I'm just going to chase him then. I've got hit points for now.
Okay, so you're not going to take the potion?
No,
you're going
to
just get up and chase him. All right, you get up and start running after him.
I'm going to try and get it while I'm chasing him, but I've got the sword in one hand and I'm after him.
And you're running in the dark.
I am moving quickly.
What speed? Like your maximum move?
I'm targeting him with my handgun.
Are you moving or not moving?
Yes.
You're throwing a bunch of declarations at me.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm
up.
going to go towards him quickly because I only went 10 feet away, so I'm going to chase.
Well, he got up and moved immediately.
Let me see if I have anything that would let me just roll to my feet. I'm tough as hell.
No, it's been a while since you played, kiddo. And I'd be really lenient letting you change your declaration 4 times. Once we get back in the groove here, I'm not going to let you do that.
I wish I had a horse and a light, because then he'd be screwed.
Yeah. Because once you're back in the groove, what you declare, that's
I'm going to get up.
Okay, you
Tommy
get up.
gun.
Tommy gun, you're just going to spray.
To myself.
Oh, did I give you the specs on the Tommy gun?
No, I think it was like a D10.
Yeah, but rounds and everything.
Fully automatic.
Yeah, I know, but...
I don't think you gave me specs for anything, Father. But I've got a full drum magazine, so...
Let's see here. Somewhere I have all this info. I just don't know where.
I think this is the best solution of my options right now. Is to just cover as much ground as possible. And I have practice with this.
Do we even give you a rate of fire? You didn't write any of that down?
You didn't give me any information because I don't know
Because you
anything
didn't
about
know,
this.
that's
So
true.
I'm just
That's
gonna...
true. Oh, where are my notes on this? It's been so long. All right. Roll 5 times.
-2. Nat 20.
Oh, man.
19 is, or 17 and a 14. And then the other...
Okay, what say 19, 20, 19, 17.
Oh, so naturals, I'm adjusting. So nat 20, that just is nat 20.
Yep.
17, 14.
Okay. So
10 and 1.
Roll damage twice.
For, okay, D10.
D10.
How much damage does this thing do?
The same thing as a heavy crossbow. It's just you get a much higher rate of fire. You get 5 shots in 1 round. which I'm not even sure is right. I think it's
2.
probably 3, but...
And 5.
2 and 5?
Yeah, but also I got a crit, and 14 hit him last time.
Okay. Let's see.
Those are my non-crits.
Okay, you hear him yelp in pain, but you don't hear him splat to the ground this time.
I got crit.
Well, it's double damage.
Okay.
Oh, we've been rolling? Have we been rolling?
You didn't tell me how many times I hit.
You hit twice.
Only twice?
Yes.
Even though 14 hit.
You heard the others ricochet off of stone.
Okay, so I didn't declare which one was the crit beforehand.
What do you mean?
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay, so this is the problem with doing it as a group rather than one at a time.
If we would have spoken more clearly, I would have.
This is a very bad example of role playing, folks.
Yes,
we are definitely out of practice. This is an
an
example of what not to do. All right, so in the future, you only roll 1d20 at a time.
That wasn't the issue.
In order, yes, it is.
No, the issue is that I did not declare which damage die was to which because I wasn't sure how many times I hit. I thought I hit 3 times.
Right, but if you had rolled in order, then we would know which one it was.
Yeah, but then I probably wouldn't have rolled a nat 20.
That has nothing to do with it. That's not how it works. That's not how probability works, kiddo. Anyway, yeah, rolling in groups like that, that's why you don't do that. What?
2 and 10, 12 hit points.
Yeah, right.
Or you can make my 2 hit points the crit, if you would like.
See, that's the problem, because we didn't do an order, we don't know.
Roll the damages.
No. Roll a d10. If you roll 5 or higher, 6 or higher, 5 or higher, then it will be the higher number.
I hate you.
What'd you get?
1.
Okay, so then it is 4. In the future, roll them in order, as you know full well, kiddo. Anyway, he yelped considerably in pain.
Did I see him?
Yes. So as you were doing the flashes of your machine gun, lighting up this huge cavern, echoing loud noises, you can't see the side or top of this cavern. Either side or the top. Now, you weren't looking behind you.
But I can see this boy.
But ahead, you can see about 150 feet away that he was running into a tunnel in the wall there.
How fast is he moving?
He's a drow.
Yeah, he moves at the same pace I do.
Yeah, full run.
Yeah.
Full run.
Well,
no
I
hesitation.
move faster. My base rate.
Yes, but you weren't running.
Okay.
You were shooting.
Well, I can see now.
You saw briefly in the after image of your retinas.
Yeah, that
150 feet away.
So I can keep.
So let me finish describing. So 150 feet away, so he ran into a little tunnel in the wall. To your right, about 20 feet, looks like it just went off into darkness. To your left, it slopes up slightly up to the other wall, but again, you can't see the side. So it's kind of a slope like this, and then darkness. You don't know. It could just be a 1 foot drop, and it could be a chasm. You don't know.
This is one of your worlds, Father.
But also where that gap was, you see over to the right, what looked like maybe an opening of a waterfall, but no water coming out, but it looked like it was shaped by a waterfall. It's got that rounded, curved look to it. So that's the retina after image. And then you go running with your memory.
No, the sun.
Yes.
You okay?
I took a bad fall.
Marco. I'm going to try and find him.
Marco.
No, quietly.
No, you can easily tell where he is.
All right, I'm going to go get him.
Okay. You stop as you feel your foot drop off. Where are you? You hear him below you.
How far?
10 or 20 feet. When we came out, I tumbled and then rolled off the edge of something. There's a wall here. I can't get up.
Can you... How tall is he?
He was above average, a little over 6 feet. He was very rotund.
Yeah, well, I'm
very
6'10",
rotund.
so I'm gonna have an 18 strength. I'm gonna drop off the edge with one hand on and grab on.
Okay, you tell him. You can say you're going to lean down and hope he can jump up and reach.
I'm gonna just hang down and do a pull up with him around my waist.
What do you mean hang down?
I'm gonna lower myself down.
Okay, you feel your feet dangling in air.
Try to grab on. I'm dangling.
It's good that you've got such a high strength. Because remember, he's like 400 pounds.
No, he's not.
He's a huge blubber ball.
Big. He was only like 5 foot something, Dad. He was not.
Yeah,
that
I
big
know
of a
it's been a
guy.
while,
He was
but
not 400 pounds.
he was obese.
He was. He's been starving for months.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. All right, I'll say he lost 100 pounds.
Okay, well, that's not even close to my weight adjustment.
Yeah, I understand that. So he had a mandatory diet. I had him as 6'1", and 400 pounds.
6'1". I was just everyone's short to
Yeah,
me.
compared to you. I know how that is.
Yeah. Only 2 inches taller than you.
All right, kiddo. All right. Boy, we're off to a rough start here after so long. So you dangle, you hear, oh, hang on. Oh, then you feel him swat the bottom of your foot. I felt something. Was that you?
Yup.
Oh, I'll try again. Oh, grabs. Roll your strength check. What's your strength?
18. God!
What'd you roll, a 19?
Yes.
You're off to a rough start. All right, he grabs you, and it happens so suddenly, it was more than you expected as he grabs both your feet. Your hands slip off, and you come falling down on him with an oof! And he takes a couple of hit points. You take 1 hit point. He padded most of your fall. You would have taken a d6 and say you just took 1.
Is he unconscious yet?
No, but he's like, get off me!
I roll off of him.
Okay. Oh, so much for that idea, huh?
How smooth is the face?
This face totally smooth. Feels like water smooth.
Crap. All right. I'm gonna fish out a potion for him.
Okay, for him?
Yeah.
Well, or you could ask him how bad he is.
How are you feeling, lad?
I'll pull through. I'll be all right. Could deal with a bit of rest, indeed. But this has been non-stop running and walking, it seems.
Well, I just took a lightning bolt to the face, so...
Is that what that smell of charred flesh and hair was?
Mm-hmm.
That's you?
So if you'll give me a minute, I'd like to...
Yes, of course.
Potion of heal.
You wouldn't happen to have a light of some kind?
Nope.
I'm afraid I do not either.
I figured.
So you're going to drink your healing potion?
Potion of heal.
You're going to use... How far down are you on hit points?
I'm not doing great.
Oh, you're being pretty...
Cocky?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had 45 and I took 31.
Oh, that was it. So you had 14 left.
Yeah.
You were lucky I rolled low. I mean, I kind of rolled in...
That was...
Yeah.
Mid.
Yeah. It was pretty low.
Yeah.
It was pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I trust
You're lucky. All right. Yeah, that's probably a good idea to use it.
14 hit points with the
Yeah.
drow running around. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And that heals what? All but a D6?
D4,
D4?
I think.
I think we got to look at... Or is it all?
I think it's all
Been so
D4.
long. Where's the EMG? That's a heal spell, right?
Maybe.
I don't know. I'll look under potions, you look under spell. Not potion of healing, it's potion of heal.
Potion of heal.
Huh.
That's
Well,
better.
is it?
Yep.
So it's like the spell then.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, who gave them to me?
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's a 6th level spell.
Mm-hmm. I think heal heals everything.
Potent heal spell enables the cleric to wipe away disease and injury, and the creature receives the benefits of the spell, completely cure any and all diseases and or blindness of the recipient, and heal all hit points of damage suffered due to wounds or injury, save
Yeah.
1 to 4.
Because healing just does 4 to 10 points of damage healing.
So, yeah, it's all but a D4.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
why not
It's all but a D4, did say that?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead. You can roll it.
It's going to be a 4. That's 1.
All right.
Sweet.
All but 1 hit point.
65 hit points left.
Did it say poison in that list of healing?
Nope.
Did not say poison.
No.
You
But-
sure about that?
Yep.
It said disease, right?
Yeah.
But not poison.
Yep.
So you still
I
feel a
was
burning
looking for that.
sensation in your chest.
By the way, what do you know about poisons?
Oh, a fair amount indeed. I
Dagger.
made many. It's not stuck in your chest. He
No?
slashed you.
He threw it.
No.
You
That
said
was
he
no.
threw it.
You hear a swooshing sound coming at
Then
you.
I could have parried him.
You didn't.
I would have if you said it was thrown.
How could you parry him?
I'm a cavalier.
In the dark, kiddo.
Yes, blind fighting. I don't.
That's
lose-
why I
don't
kept
lose
asking you.
I have all my combat abilities.
You have special parrying ability?
Yes, as a cavalier, I get my full attack bonus I can use to parry.
Okay, you should have said something about that.
You made
We'll
it
keep
sound
that
like
in
you
mind.
threw
Let's keep that in mind, kiddo. As
If
we
I
get
knew
back
he was
into the
right next to
groove,
me, I
as we
would've
get
just
back into the
tackled him
groove
after
here,
getting slashed.
as we get back into the groove here,
My deck is higher than his. Maybe.
as we get back into the groove here, you'll want to remember to mention these things. So, all right. So you feel a burning sensation still in your chest. It's temporarily abated, but not gone. What do you mean?
Well, he slashed me. And
Oh,
my chest is on fire.
well, is that from the lightning bolt?
I'm guessing it's poison. It feels like poison.
I thought you said he hit you with a lightning bolt.
Well, he stabbed me first, and I chased him, and
Oh,
he needed to escape, I suppose.
well, I imagine being stabbed and lightning bolt would burn quite a bit.
Yes, but I know what poison feels like from past experiences. and
Well, how could you tell from a burning chest?
It's running through my
Well, he doesn't know you healed yourself. How much you healed. He doesn't know. It's in the dark. He has no idea.
Right. That was one of your potions that healed, by the way.
Oh. Then you should be feeling all better.
Yes, but I still am feeling poison.
Oh. That could be very bad if it did not take care of that. You do not have anything for that, do you?
I wouldn't know.
If I could get to a alchemy room, I could make something perhaps, but otherwise, I
We
have
could
no
find our
idea.
drow lad and perhaps extort
Do
him for
you,
an antidote.
perhaps. Well, what do we do now? We're going to try to get back up there or try to search around this space? I have not dared move for fear of falling off a cliff.
I'm reasonably comfortable in
And
the
I
dark.
think I sprained my left foot ankle.
Should we try to make a splint of some kind?
No, it will do. There's nothing to make with for now, but it will slow me down a little.
I think we should find our drow.
How do we get up?
We need to find a face. Hold on to my belt, I suppose. And I will
Okay, you feel him grab the front of your belt.
I move his hands to the side.
As you turn
and then I'm
around.
going to feel...
Okay, so the wall,
looking
which
for
way do you go, right or
handholds.
left?
Left.
There's no handholds. Smooth.
Left. But I'm gonna...
You go left. Okay, so you work your way left, and you feel it start curving to the left.
Following it slowly.
Okay.
Carefully testing
Curves
my
to the
feet.
left. Yeah, curves to the left. Then it straightens out. 10, 15 feet later, your left foot goes off into space.
I stop.
Okay.
No handholds yet.
Smooth as can be. Feels like it's water smoothed. The whole cavern, the flash you saw, looked like, water shaped.
Okay,
Water
so we could be
smoothed.
in just a giant... Was a river once upon a time. Or
Could be anything. What is it? Why have we stopped?
I don't feel anything off to my left.
Oh, another drop. That is what I was afraid of.
Back to the right instead.
Okay.
I'm
We
going
have
to
to switch places. Go the other way. Okay.
I'm going to
So
try,
you work your way to the
before we
right.
go back the other way, I'm going to try to communicate with our elf friends.
Oh, does he know about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Okay.
knows I know how to communicate. I have a way to communicate.
Okay.
So I sit down, crisscross,
Okay. All right.
focus
All right.
deeply.
Okay. Very little effort.
Hello.
You feel a momentary pause and then, yes. Signal is strong.
How strong?
Very strong.
Same universe strong?
It seems.
I may be in the Underdark then. I try to send the image of what I thought in the flash.
Okay. Well, you are underground.
haven't been there before.
Now, are they able to detect you because of the pendant? Do they have one of the pendants?
They can track me because of the ring.
Because of the ring, they can track you. So do they know where you are, roughly?
They can figure it out, yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
Like, they know where I am when I'm communicating with them.
All right. It will take us a little to figure out where you are. If you wait there, we can get back to you in a little.
How long is a little? Because I have a very powerful mage on the loose.
Check back in 5 minutes.
Very well.
Okay.
So I'm going to stand up.
And it's all telepathy, right? I don't speak out loud. Did you get a hold of them?
Yes. Give us...
Did the ring get hot on you again?
No.
Did he know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, because it was glowing bright red.
Right. So easier this time?
Much.
Oh, that is good. What did they say?
They're going to try to locate us.
And then?
And then we'll move from there.
I see.
Give about 5 minutes maybe, so let's move to the right and try to find a way out.
So inch along, and right foot goes off about 20 feet over that way into space.
Dead end.
No!
Patience. We'll find a way. I might be able to pick you up. It's not too far of a drop.
How far of a drop is it? Is it just a little
10
ways?
feet?
No. It was easily 15 feet.
Can I find like a pebble or something?
Yeah, it was at least 15 feet. No, the ring's been smooth. Again, remember, ring's slightly wet. Pointed out at the beginning, it was slightly damp.
That's a concern. I'm going to take a bullet.
Okay. Out of one of your guns?
Off my belt.
Okay. Drop it.
Yep,
Okay. It hits almost immediately.
It's not much of a
you go
drop.
tink, 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 tink.
Like it keeps falling lower and lower.
Yeah.
It's not a straight drop.
Indeed.
It is wet.
Yes, I have noticed. Bit chilly.
Very.
It's only in like the mid-40s. Actually, about this temperature.
Lovely.
We're 46 degrees. This is underground. I've worked underground quite a bit. And if there aren't any hot springs and such, this is the temperature of underground. Which is actually, when you're exerting...
When you're working, that's perfect.
Yeah, when you're working, when you're physical, this is a great, when you're wearing slickers and everything because of the moisture. It's actually a very good temperature to work in. 16-hour days. 10 days a week.
Yeah,
10-day weeks.
I haven't done that. I did work 15 hours yesterday.
Not exactly physically grueling. Mind-numbing, maybe. But yeah. All right, so what do you do?
Perhaps we can climb back up. I saw a cave that the drow ran through.
But you say below it drops, was it stairs or what was that?
I don't know.
Perhaps you could feel.
Perhaps. So I'm gonna... I got gloves.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get a good grip on the
edge. And reach out?
Yeah.
All right, just about a foot, you hit another piece of stone.
How does it feel?
You reach ahead and it looks like it drops off again.
So it's just kind of...
You don't know? That's as much info as you have right now.
Slowly dangle myself down to get a feel.
Well, you don't have to dangle. It's only a foot down.
No, I know, but I'm going to like slide.
Okay. So you go...
Me.
It's steps.
Actual stairs?
Actual stone steps. But it feels like it's perpendicular going down to... So, in your mind, here's the wall you fell down. Right? Over here is where you fell. You went about 20 feet this way, then it curved and went that way, and then it dropped. And then you went this way, and it and the steps appear to go like this.
Okay, so they're just carved into the side of something.
Mm-hmm. You know, here you just felt space.
Mm-hmm.
When you were up here, it went and...
Well, I'm going to wait for our friends, but those feel like stairs.
Did they go up?
Down.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
But
roll your intelligence.
I don't have much of that. 8 out of 14.
Okay. It occurs to you maybe feel that way up the step. Sure enough, there's steps going up this way as well, alongside where that cuts away.
I suppose there are steps leading up.
But the steps are only that wide.
They're about the length of your arm. You're from the elbow.
I see. They are reeling?
I assume not. I'll feel for one.
You don't find anything.
Can't find one.
And it is all wet. It feels a little slimy.
Slimy.
Not like, even though they were chiseled, they're worn from moisture.
Doesn't
So they
seem
slope
they've
off.
been
The edges all slip off. It's
So
kind of
this is
fade
the kind
off.
of thing you slide on your butt,
Yes.
especially in the dark.
Yes.
We could scoot down them or up them.
Oh, I see. Well, I
Let's-
would rather work towards the surface than go down deeper.
So would I, but let us wait for our elf friends.
By about this time, it's been about 5 minutes.
So I'm going to sit back down.
Okay. Okay.
Give me a moment.
Okay.
Um,
You there? Are you there? Immediate sense seems like they were anxious. We cannot believe this is... Sorry, wrongly. We cannot believe this is so.
And the underdog.
Yes. But nowhere near this continent. From what we can tell, you're under one of the great southern seas somewhere.
The Aquariatus Southern Seas.
We don't know where that would be. Only the High Elves and the Aquariatus would know that. That's not part of our lore. Because remember, the Wood Elves have much shorter lives.
Care about.
And they don't, they don't care about others that way. Maybe, I don't know. You're somewhere under one of the great southern seas. Deep, deep under. From what we can tell, we could be wrong. There could be magic or other things skewing, making our search for you wrong.
I suppose I will follow the drow.
If we could get a clear fix on you, we might be able to teleport you. But we have to get a clear fix. And even then, there's only about a 70% chance that something terrible doesn't happen.
Those are decent odds.
Yes, right now it's about 10%.
Let's avoid that then.
Yes.
I will follow the drow then.
Won't he go deeper?
Perhaps, but he is a drow and this is the underdog.
Yes. You're in great danger.
Yes,
But at least you're in our plane.
thankfully. I hope this isn't where he was trying to teleport us originally.
It could very well be.
Oh,
We're close to it.
if need be,
The Underdark is vast.
if need be, we will figure something out.
Check in again in 12 hours approximately, if you can
Make it 6.
estimate that. 6? Can you estimate that?
I can estimate.
We'll have somebody manning the ring.
It's only one person that has the ring.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I've got a girl.
That's the female one, right? Yeah. Ooh. She kind of liked you?
I have no idea.
Okay, I can't remember. Okay. Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh no, I met her when I was getting teleported. Actually,
Okay.
So I don't know what the elves think.
Okay,
Damn it,
I don't
handsome
remember.
lad,
Yeah.
16 comeliness.
All right. Well, anyway, says I'll check in 6 hours and wait from there on. Be careful.
I will be.
All right.
How goes the war?
It seems to have reached a lull in these parts, but it's going badly to the northwest.
Very well.
They've pretty much taken everything from the East Pass. The East Pass is held still by Arthur's keep there, but all the way, the entire Queen's Road has been taken by Mordred, and the Arthurian forces are holding the line there for now.
Well,
They moved so quickly.
I need to get back quickly then.
But for the moment, they don't seem to be paying attention to us here.
Well, we haven't done much to them yet besides annoy them a tad.
Yes,
Very well. I'll check in 6 hours.
the Alliance is in jeopardy already with your absence.
Of course.
We're trying to let them know that we're in touch with you, and they're demanding to speak to you. They don't believe us.
Speak to Divertus. He knows.
Divertus?
He knows of the ring.
And, all right, well, but he doesn't like our kind at all.
But he knows I trust you, and
I'll try.
He knows of this ring.
I'm having to go through another messenger. I can't speak to him directly. Check back in 6. I'm getting a terrible headache.
Very well.
So, because it is, and you're feeling a headache now too.
A little bit.
Yeah.
With my 10 wisdom.
Yeah. All right. So now what do you do?
All right. Up. Or actually, I'm going to focus on the amulet and focus on its brother. Figure out where that is.
Why?
Because I can basically, I close my eyes, think about, where the other one is, and I basically know the direction.
And who had the other amulet?
The drow.
Ah.
And I don't know if he knows how to use it or not, but...
Ah. Okay. I remember that.
That's how I found him. Is because he had one of the pairs. It's part of why I wanted to take it. I wanted to cut off his head and have the second amulet. So can Lolth find me? She's not technically a god. She's just a demon.
Demon Lord.
But that's not the same thing.
True. So you don't know. You don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, so you focus on that. Does that require any roll or anything?
No,
I don't have any.
it's
Okay.
just, I know.
All right. It gives you that direction.
Okay. So...
It's not super accurate. It gives you a general sense.
I do believe we are under the southern seas.
What?
In the Underdark. But we're in the same plane at least.
The guess is good. The southern seas? Do you just mean south of Balkoth?
They said the southern seas.
They didn't say the great southern seas, did they?
They did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Mon Dieu! That's the other end of the world.
My geography's a little sparse.
You know the eastern lands. Across the seas.
Yes.
The great southern sea is south of there. On the other end of the world.
On the other side of the world.
About as far as we could be, opposite side of the world.
Lovely.
But opposite hemisphere and opposite... Yes. As far as we... Wait a minute. You said we're under the sea.
Yes.
And yet... There's old stories that there were once long ago elves living under the sea.
The Aquariatus.
Yes, you know about them. You've heard the stories.
I know a little.
I remember reading a little about them. My understanding is their kingdom was destroyed because of the drow back during the Great Battle. It didn't say what happened to the kingdom. Perhaps the drow took it, rather than just destroyed it. And then the Aquariatus were scattered, and now they're just wandering gypsies.
Bad news for us. If we have just landed smack dab near one of their kingdoms.
And it would make sense he was trying to bring me to his area of strength.
Mm-hmm.
We are indeed back on the same plane.
It may very well have been his destination.
Mon Dieu.
Which means he may know where he's going.
Oh, if we are indeed in his lands, we are in great trouble.
There is a slim chance that...
And if we're under the ocean, there's no escape for us.
There's a slim chance we could be teleported out.
Oh, by your friends?
But they don't know...
Powerful friends.
They need to
Why don't they get us out of here now?
Because odds are we would not end up where we wanted.
What do we have to do to improve those odds?
We need to get our location pinpointed for them.
How do we do that? No clue.
Well, I could take off my amulet, they could scry me, but I have...
Remember one of the things they told you to do? Do you remember?
No.
Roll your intelligence.
My memory's shot dead.
Yeah, and I'm medicated, so...
I don't even remember the conversation that I had with them. I've been programming a lot.
Uh-huh.
Fried.
Okay. Alright, your character doesn't remember, you don't remember either, so... out of luck. You don't remember.
I remember they told me I had about 10% chance of being teleported out right now.
But what do we do to improve our odds? What do we have to do?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Remember?
Quiet.
Mon Dieu.
Indeed.
Merde.
Let us go upward.
Your character may not know the French variant, but you
character-
know that that's swearing.
Yeah. And the Union Man.
Well, there's variants. So,
I could start swearing at him.
I
I know French.
varied it so that it wasn't identical because in case,
I see, because...
just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Upward.
That's it's better than nothing, I guess.
Grab my belt. I turn my ass to him.
Okay. You gonna climb on all fours or just
Yes.
bravely? Okay, all fours. He can't hold onto your belt then.
I'm gonna drag him up then. I don't know.
Drag him up.
No.
He can follow you
Okay.
on all fours. He can follow you.
lad.
You call him lad.
I don't say lad.
Okay.
Kind of wish I was an Irish Cavalier now, because I can do the Irish accent fairly well now. I've got lots of
Why
practice.
don't you work on your British
I can't do British.
or French?
I can't do
Because you are a
French.
Cavalier.
He's not French.
Cavalier.
He's English.
Okay, then do your British.
I can't do British.
Any British.
I can't do British. I can't even do a stiff upper lip.
Yes, you can. Do a stiff upper lip.
I'm
Pip pip
trying to keep
cheerio.
my lips stiff.
Try
My
this.
upper lip moves.
Pip pip cheerio.
Pip pip cheerio.
How are you doing today?
How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. How are
I'm
you?
fine, thank you.
How are you?
Terrible. I'm in the
Oh.
Underdark where I have no money, I have no friends, except for this guy who used to be my enemy until recently. I don't have a radio, I don't have light, and
It's
I
not
don't
British,
have
but it's
food.
at least distinctive, so it
It's
works.
distinctive because
It
I
works.
could be doing 1920s baseball announcements or at
Yes,
least getting
that's
close
true.
to.
It's kind of a northeastern thing, but that's all right as long as it's distinctive. What you need to do is follow Carrie Elwes on Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Alright, we're getting distracted.
Yeah.
Upward and onward.
All right, so crawling. All right, since you crawl, even though it's slimy and slippery, you do okay climbing up the stairs. Eventually, they get up to the part you fell down.
Yeah, well, jumped.
Yeah,
Safe face.
he fell down.
Yeah.
You got pulled
It's his
down.
fault.
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna find me that cave because I knew where it was
Yeah,
before I jumped
you
off.
get your direction sense. So
So
carefully on the slippery
before
surface.
when I think I'm roughly about 75 feet away, I'm going to use the amulet to try and figure out where he is. Like if he's
Long
close.
ways away
Okay, so
and getting farther away.
my guess
Rapidly.
is he's very quickly looking for friends
Indeed, and we are going away from him, right?
towards.
Why are we going towards him? If he's getting his friend, we should go as far away from
Because
him as possible.
Well, if we can catch him before that,
If we are in his own lands, how do you think that's even remotely possible?
I've been lucky. I've gone to hell successfully and been back.
So, lead on. He grabs your belt.
All right, I lead on at a
Okay.
brisk but careful pace.
So you come up to it's about 10 feet high. Like the ceiling's beyond, if you really stretch, you can just touch it.
I wish I knew anything about it.
Again, feels like it's naturally carved, though it's highly irregular. It's smooth, but highly irregular. And even the bottom isn't really flat. It's
So-
kind of curved.
I don't know, I don't remember if you remember this, but my family has a whole thing to do with the drow. They used to hunt them for sport.
Yes. Yes.
So I've got some information from the family.
Yeah.
Like traps and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm on edge.
Yeah, but you can't see.
I know, but I'm on edge. I'm gonna go very slowly now that we're in
Okay.
the tunnel, but I'm gonna be feeling for tripwires and everything. If I
Like
can't
scooting your
pressure
through
plates.
your toes all the time.
Yep.
Okay. So this corridor wanders back and forth like an old lazy stream, even though there's no current stream. It clearly was carved at one
I'm gonna
point.
keep my broadsword in hand at all times.
And there's always a little flow of water, just a very thin film of water at the bottom. Everything is wet. Everything is
Keeping my
damp.
broadsword in hand.
Yeah, damp and cold. And after about half an hour, you're all feeling the cold. You're not that well bundled up.
Actually,
Oh, really? What do you have?
leather hardy cowboy boots.
Except for a big hole here. No, your feet are fine.
Okay.
You, the damp
Oh,
cold.
I pull my duster tight.
Okay, your duster, again, geared for more hot weather
Well,
than
I'm
cold
gonna
weather.
layer.
But
Like we had
it'll help
Chicago
you.
clothes and stuff too.
All right.
So
but still, it's chilly.
yeah, good thing I
So imagine this with really high humidity, like 90% humidity.
Yeah, that sucks.
So no breeze though. So be grateful for that. No wind chill at this point. So after about half an hour, he's like, "Wait, stop! It is split.
Oh, Lord.
It is a Y.
How many hours did you say?
Half hour.
Half hour. Okay.
Okay. Definitely much fainter and to the right.
To the right.
You were going left when he just happened to reach out and catch the other one.
I was going the wrong way. Let's go to the right.
Which way did he go?
Right.
Let's go left.
No.
The one to the right feels like it goes down. The one to the left goes up.
If we are under the ocean,
then we should go up. Get as close to the surface as we can. Maybe then they could detect you better. If it goes down, we're going into their lands, no? N'est-ce pas?
I want to take that boy.
There's no way. We are in his land now. We are in his home, and we can't even see. We have no light source. What makes you think?
What if we might be able to find one?
Why would they need a light source?
Some fungus, maybe. I know it glows down here some places.
I haven't seen anything.
Not yet. I've heard My family used to hunt these bastards.
We are the prey here, not the predators. We must escape. Do not let your cavalry chivalric code get us killed. Let us live to fight another day.
We'll go left.
You have no armor, you have no horse. You cannot see in the dark. You are maybe healed now, but if we are walking into the land of the Underdark, in their lands where we cannot see, we are at every disadvantage.
Fine, we'll go left for now.
Thank you.
I'm going to carve into the left wall a deep gouge.
You can't see with what, your broadsword? Okay.
Trying to at least.
What do you carve?
My house is simple.
Okay, marking your territory. Lovely. That's a little far from home. As far from home as it can possibly get.
I'll remember that because my family...
You sketch it in really well?
Yeah, well, I make it so I can...
He's happy to take the break.
Yeah. I'll carve it in so...
At your hand height?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way, if we come back this way, I'll know it's been this
Nice
way.
big symbol.
It's a falcon.
That's going to confuse the locals.
Or they might recognize it if they know my family, because they have a reputation. My great-grandfather might still be alive now.
What happened to your great-grandfather?
When we got here, I mean, my character doesn't know the details of this exactly, but roughly, because my family's originally from one of my worlds, and they got here through the multiverse.
Right.
The Underdark, so they were stuck in the Underdark until they found some dwarves, and then they paired with the dwarves to hunt drow. And my family.
So that was the Underdark up in Regensepi.
Yeah, but my grandfather, his father, disappeared into the Underdark forever with about...
How long ago was that?
Decades.
Was it before you were born?
Way before.
Okay.
It was before my
Then
father
he's
was
not going to
born.
be alive.
Well, but Numenorian blood, basically.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe.
So, and he took the best of the cream of the crop of the house's guard and men.
And isn't your whole family kind of cursed with bad luck?
They're cursed with barely keeping the line going.
Because
they keep dying through knighthood.
Because they keep
doing things like going into the Underdark, jumping into hell. Yeah.
Yeah, being a little overly bold.
Well, I mean...
And you haven't propagated your line yet.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, there's another one who's pregnant?
Yeah.
Who's still pregnant?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I asked for her hand in marriage, and asked her father for permission and haven't gotten a letter back.
Oh.
Because it was right as he was writing for Valgoth.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
And I've got a brother alive and a sister who's...
So, you're getting pretty cold standing. When you're moving, it
so
gets
let's
warmer.
keep going.
Okay.
You
To
ready?
the left? Yes, let's go. Just chilly. It gets noticeably a little steeper. Not a lot, but a few degrees.
Okay.
And the water of your feet is actually swishing a little quickly. Again, just that much, but
Yeah, I'm nervous about going up because there's more water there, and water is deadly.
Yeah, but water flows down.
That's true. That is true. But the drow went down.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't trust drow caves where the drow don't go.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're very specific about the routes they take.
Mm-hmm. So, working your way up. It's very circuitous. About an hour goes by. He'd even feel it reaching out the other way to make sure, and just in case it happens again, and he finds another branch. The right one goes up, the left one kind of goes down. The water's coming from the one on the right.
Shall we go up some more?
Wait, let's keep going up.
I quickly carve another symbol.
Okay. And continue?
Yep.
Okay. Keep track of the time here?
Yep.
Okay. So, you go for an hour. He's starting to complain about, his legs cramping. Again, it's not super steep, but it's noticeable. The water's getting, what?
We got jerky and rations.
Good.
Thank God.
Good. Thank goodness.
Oh,
Starved to death, that would suck.
pause and hold up, and I hand him a strip of jerky.
Okay. He hungrily eats that. He tests the water and says it's undrinkable. It's too salty.
Not surprised.
Which makes him very nervous. But as you continued, the water has gotten a little bit less and a little bit less.
Okay. I really don't want to end up in Japan, man. What if Umukai's there?
No, they said the southern seas.
Ugh.
That's a long ways from that area.
Oh, God. Beru.
They did not say continent. They said
Yeah,
under
sea.
the Great Southern Sea.
Yeah. Going up, we may not find anything.
But at least maybe they can get a strong enough signal. Maybe, if there's less rock.
Does that even seem remotely logical?
What do you know? You're a Cavalier. What do you know of these things?
Well, I guess I'll find out in 6 hours.
So, continue. 2 more hours go by. Come to another branch. And the water is coming from the one on the right.
As I continue upward.
Okay.
Does it?
Both seem to be about the same. Water's coming from the one on the right. No water seems to be
How
coming
much
from the
longer
one on
did
the
they
left. That was 2 more hours.
2 more hours?
Yep.
It's like 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We should take a rest.
It's your twist. It gets cold very quickly when we stop.
We'll keep moving then. Up the water or up the dry?
They both go up.
Seem to.
And one more than the other. Not that you can't tell.
Seem about the same. I'm not a dwarf.
It'd be nice to get it. How wet is the other one? It's just damp. There's no running water.
There's no water running.
It would be nice not to be wading in the water.
It would be, but let's go where we want.
I don't know. It'd be nice to have dry. We can always come back.
Very well. So I will go left.
Okay.
That's the dry, right?
Yep.
So I carve my symbol.
Okay. And you go for about half an hour, and it suddenly stops, but flat. Suddenly flat, not natural flat.
Like a wall?
Yeah, but straight flat, not curved like everything else has been natural.
I'm going to step back a tad and tap it with my sword.
Okay. Tink, tink, tink. It's metal.
It's metal.
I mean, not metal, excuse me, stone. It's stone. Sorry,
very
stone.
nervous.
Stone.
I'm going to tap around with my sword, make sure
It sounds like it's not solid, but
a
it's
wall.
thick, but not solid.
It might lead to water. I'm going to start feeling from the top
Okay.
edges.
You find it's a doorway in the middle of it. It's only 5 feet tall.
There's a door here.
Do you hear
How much longer
anyone?
did we go up here?
Just half an hour. Is it, what's the door made of? Is it locked? Do you hear anyone?
I'm going to feel the door up
Okay.
carefully.
The door feels like stone as well.
I think it's a hidden door.
Well, if you can feel it, it's not that well hidden.
That's true, but you know these things better than I
Let
do.
me take a look. He
So I
feels
guide
along.
him to-
Yeah. Oh, there's no handle, but there is definitely a... I think if we had a light, we could not see this, but in the dark, we can actually feel it when we would not see it. It is well hidden. So, where is the mechanism? There must be. It's probably not in the wall. It is probably hidden in the side. He starts feeling around. Takes him about 20 minutes of searching, but he eventually says, "Aha!
Pull it when you find it.
I have found something that feels like a hidden panel.
Very well. Wait, it's only 10 minutes, 5 minutes until I must check in with our elf friends.
I thought you only had 4 hours.
No.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing you're keeping track.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 10 minutes.
All
5
right.
minutes.
All right. I'll wait.
I pass out a tiny bit more food.
Okay.
But I'm definitely
He's
rationing
grateful. And the nice thing is, without the moisture, it's not quite, the chill is not as bad. It is dry as a bone here. There's dampness,
it's still like
but
40
there's
degrees,
no
isn't
running
it?
water. Yeah, it's still 45 degrees.
So I'm gonna
But
take
it's
my
not
cloak
as-
and wrap it around the two of us.
Okay. He is grateful for that. You can feel him shivering.
Yeah, I'm cold too.
Yeah.
I'm a big boy, but
Good simulation here, being in 46
Yeah,
degrees
thanks.
and dropping. Adds to the immersive effect.
No. Distracts me. Alright. So I wait the 5 minutes and then boing, ring, 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 ring.
Hello.
Hello.
Your signal's a little stronger.
That's good. So going up has helped.
Is that what you did?
We've, at the insistence of Hussein, we have been going upward.
They say you have improved from 10% to 15%.
What can we do to improve those odds more?
You're underground.
Yes.
Get as close to the surface as you can. The ocean will still make it a problem if there is any way for you to get above the
Removing
ocean.
my amulet help.
Do they know about that?
She does.
Okay.
She and I have a very...
Yes. You hear hesitancy in her thought.
Why the hesitance?
It could also immediately give you away.
I expect that.
That could be very bad for where you are.
Not if we're leaving.
It will... You should know... We have no single spellcaster capable of teleporting you two. It is a number of working together to make it happen. It will take several hours to cast it.
Ah. So would it perhaps be a better idea to track down the drow that brought us here?
Why?
He can teleport on his own.
Does he have a spellbook?
No.
Where is it?
I don't know. I think it's in Balcott or in Veritas. Perhaps the inn. Your kind should have searched it thoroughly.
I'll have to ask them. They did say they retrieved some articles. They didn't specify what.
Be careful. You know their gear is cursed, yes?
What do you mean?
If it was blessed by Wolf.
Oh, no, because remember, we didn't believe them to be real. We thought it was a scheme of the humans to besmirch all elves.
If their weapons are been blessed, then they are cursed for all but the drow. Wolf will know
I'll
their
warn the others,
curse.
though it may be too late. They didn't tell me what gear they found, but that they found quite a stash.
At the very least, Wolf will know the location of who holds blessed the items that her priests have consecrated, from my understanding. We found a door, a hidden door. We're camped outside of it now, but it was time to check in.
Good. Are you safe? Are you okay?
I've got poison in me.
Oh, how are you doing from
I
that?
feel fine for now, but
Yeah, you think the cold might have been helping slow it
who
down?
might be stopping it, I don't know, but we will see.
It does feel like, I mean, you know how much is the cold, but all your muscles and stuff feel really stiff and sore.
I'm getting very stiff. Might be
Might be paralysis. Or it could be deadly, and that is just the first symptom.
Do you know a solution for this?
Well, if you were where we were, we could just take care of it.
I communicate exactly how I feel and what the poison has felt like, because that's easy to do with this.
It sounds like typical drow paralysis poison.
Well,
You will probably, it is amazing it hasn't worked on you all the way yet. You will probably become completely immobilized
How long?
for several hours.
How much longer until?
It's surprising it has not already paralyzed you. You must be right about the cold or something.
Also a tough bastard.
I guess so.
Beru, I'll keep checking in another 6 hours.
If you're in a safe place, maybe you will want to just rest there and let the paralysis take you until it passes, before you get in danger.
I'll think it over. We'll check in again in 6 hours.
6 hours. Okay. What do you do?
So, this poison might be paralyzing me. It might be wise, I'm talking to the Seneschal.
Mm-hmm.
It might be wise for us to rest here for some time. It has been...
It's better than where we were. I am happy to do so.
Very well.
I could use a little sleep.
Watches? You sleep, I'll wake you when I feel unable to do
What?
I'm not comfortable sleeping, both of us.
No, but when you cannot do what?
I've been poisoned.
Yes?
It has been
You've not said anything how you're feeling.
stiff,
Paralysis.
perhaps.
Oh.
So, if it...
You may not be able to awaken me.
Well, I'll fall on you if need be.
Good luck. You hear him slide to the ground and kind of scrunch up. And
I wrap myself tightly in my cloak and
Okay.
toss him a duster.
Okay. And you stand up.
Yep.
Okay.
I kind of... Well, actually, I try to keep my heart rate down because it'll keep the poison from going
Okay.
through me as fast.
Yeah, you have not been exerting. This has been for you.
This is easy. I'm not wearing armor.
It has been. Yeah, it has been
Vacation.
a piece of cake. He's been winded the whole way. For you, it has been
It's
nothing.
vacation.
Yeah.
I do this in armor
Yep.
frequently.
Yep. All right. About an hour, you guess, into your watch, you're really noticing your muscles locking up and such. You can no longer flex your
Try to
fingers.
stretch.
Yeah, it just seems to be getting worse.
All right, I'm going to position myself so I fall on him enough to wake him up.
You're not sure you'll fall. Your fingers and toes will no longer move. They're locked.
Okay, I poke him with my
Okay.
foot.
Oh.
I can't move my hands or feet well.
And you can barely speak, you discover.
I...
You can't move your mouth. You can just move your lips a little bit.
I'm kind of paralyzed.
Oh, he's not fully awake, clearly.
Nudge him more.
Okay. Oh.
I'm paralyzed and...
All of a sudden you've gone western.
Cavalier.
Oh, he gets up, you hear him say, oh, what's going on? Oh, he seems disoriented.
Under dark southern seas.
It's Pengore. Yes, is it my turn for the watch?
I can barely move.
So, do like McCain. Talk with your teeth.
I can barely move.
Oh.
So I'm
You should lay down
sleep this
before you
out.
fall.
Mm-hmm. So I kind of
Okay.
funk.
Yeah, well, you've got your bigger limbs, but you
Yeah.
get there. All right, and you feel rapidly, as soon as you lay down, you feel it rapidly course through your system.
Goodbye.
So, and you're barely able to breathe. Like, breathing becomes extremely difficult. All you can do is just shallow. Just
All right,
very
so this is
shallow.
going to be restful for me.
Scary. You cannot sleep because you feel like you're on the verge of suffocating.
Yeah, because this is what paralysis poisons do to you.
Yeah, you feel on the verge of death.
Yeah, that's what the drower freaking spiders. Bastards. I do focus on the amulet because I can track them just as much as I want now, so I'm just going to think about that
Very
as much as I
distant.
can to try and keep my
Very
mind
distant.
occupied.
And in fact, the signal's getting so weak for some reason, you're starting to sense others in other directions, farther away, but stronger signals in other directions.
There's 7 of these,
Yep.
and I'm sensing others.
Yes. Much farther away. And yet, the one that is nearer is getting weaker quickly.
Okay. I can sense the other amulets.
At this point, you can't.
Okay.
Yeah, but by the time you get to where you can breathe, you can't. Yeah, all you can do is barely breathe. Just doing that takes everything you have.
Okay.
And that goes on for about 3 hours.
That sucks.
Till you start to feel you can breathe just a little bit more. Like you notice, like, wait a minute. So instead of, it's,
Great, I'm hiccuping.
you can't hiccup. But
Sound
it's
even awake?
about twice the breathing. Yeah, he's you can hear him pacing every now and then, stomping his hands and feet to stay warm.
Thanks, Dad. It's the sitting's making me colder.
Yeah. So another 3 hour or another 2 hour. Well, anyway, I guess you could still use your mind.
Yep.
So the time you guess comes around, you still can't move. You're breathing a little bit more, but you can't move. Okay. Yes.
I'm very paralyzed.
Oh dear. Can you breathe?
It's getting better.
So the worst is past?
I hope so.
You're going to feel very stiff and sore for many days and probably nauseous too.
Well, I'm used to that.
Your intestines will probably be in problem for days.
Well, that's nothing new. Have you ever had French pork?
Huh?
French pork.
What is French?
Uh,
You never said that.
Vinland pork.
We're vegetarians. Well, so most of us, not all of us.
That's probably for the best.
Yes. So, nothing new to report?
Nope. Just taking a break. Trying not to suffocate.
We noticed something strange.
What?
Because she has the other amulet, right?
No, she has the other ring.
Oh, she has the other ring. Never mind.
Yeah, she has
Then
the
never
other
mind.
ring.
Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind.
I can sense the other pairs to the amulet I wear.
You can?
Yes, I haven't been able to, and the Seneschal couldn't find them when he looked for them.
How many?
7. Or how many of them can
No, it was just 3 others.
I can sense 4. Mine makes 5.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that is strange.
Which means I do believe that the Drow have them, would be my guess.
Well, they're in the other direction and far, far away, so you don't really know.
Maybe not. But
Yeah.
However, the one that was closest to me, I'm having trouble following.
It might be their wards and guards. And if they're going deeper.
Yes, he was. And he's been making good pace.
Seems you were fortunate you were not too close to his base.
It's a shame I wasn't able to stop him. I kind of replay the fight out of jumping through the portal and what happened for her.
She's like, oh my goodness.
And the lightning bolt.
Oh my goodness. Oh! You sense in her feeling a little too much of that sensation. Oh, how did you survive that?
Comfortably.
Lie! You sense in her.
Bravado.
You sense in her the bald-faced lie.
I'm kind of chuckling about it to myself. So.
You can't chuckle yet.
Well, in my brain.
Okay.
Because that's all she.
You try chuckling. It's like.
Oh, it may come out that way, but like no, my mind is amused by the situation.
Okay.
Taking it with bravado.
Check in again in 6 hours.
Very well.
Good luck.
All right, then I just think about how to.
At this point, you could get some sleep if you wanted. You're breathing enough.
I'm gonna give myself an hour to think about how I'm gonna destroy that drow. I'm gonna track him down, and I'm gonna
Sweet dreams.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna be really sweet.
And then you nod off.
Yep.
All right. You end up, because of exhaustion and everything else going on, you actually end up sleeping a full 8 hours.
No.
Yes.
I'm a Cavalier, I do not.
All right. You want to roll
Wisdom.
a
Intelligence.
Constitution check.
I'm down.
You've got a good
I have
con.
endurance, boyo.
Okay.
Are you kidding?
What'd you get?
20.
You've been on a roll. You need those for combat and saving throws. All right.
That's
So
my
you
hands.
sleep a
My
full.
hands are too cold to
You sleep
roll,
a full
Dad.
8 hours. You sleep a full 8 hours. Really,
No.
your hands are cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
I don't have great circulation, Father. I just sit in front of a computer all day.
That would be the Christian genes.
Well, that too, but
I think
also
they
just-
have circulation
I'm
issues.
getting more active, so it's been getting better. But
Good.
still, my hands are just a little stiff.
So, you sleep a full 8 hours. So you heal a hit point plus your con bonus,
And plus a D4.
which plus a D4.
Yep, I'm Cavalier.
Oh, well, it means you're fully healed at this point, other than the poison,
I only had one
which is
hit point
fading
down.
anyway. So when you come to, you're greatly recovered from the paralysis, but you're at a -4 to all actions.
Oh, that's it? done worse.
Yeah, you're greatly recovered. You were at minus.
Never mind
You
minus
were.
8.
You were a minus 20.
Oh, when I was paralyzed.
Yeah. No, I mean, when you started, if you hadn't slept, you would have come out. You would have started moving at a minus 20.
Okay, Lucerne.
And then every hour thereafter, slowly.
Yeah, Lucerne.
Yes, you're alive.
Time to sleep.
I would rather we move on. I'm freezing.
Very well. Give me a moment to check in. I'm late. So I
Okay. Where are you? Where are you? Are you there?
overslept, paralysis.
Oh, you're still alive. We thought we'd lost you.
Nope, I'm doing dandy.
I spoke to the compatriots in Vinton?
Veritas.
In Veritas. One of them turned on the rest. They had to be put down.
Who?
The one who had found all the equipment and had gone through turned on them. Suddenly turned on everyone.
Yes, they're interesting.
Unfortunately, was slain in the effort to take him down.
Did you recover the gear?
Yes. And it appears the wizard spellbook is there.
You might want to have a look at that. Or
I can't. But it means he does not have his. And he cannot just pick one up anywhere. The spells he has are all he has.
good.
So that should give you some hope.
I have plenty of hope. This isn't that bad of a situation. Yeah, that's
More
not a lie.
bravado.
No, that's not bravado. My character, Pengore, genuinely feels that way. Sorry, he jumped into hell. This is not that bad.
Okay, all right. After hell, it's easy.
Nothing's that bad anymore. It's gonna take a lot for me to be like, oh. Wouldn't you feel a little that way if you'd gone into the 7th layer of hell, not been splatted, pulled the soul of a king out, slain a devil,
A little above your pay grade.
and then climbed out of hell with
Little
a
above your
couple
pay
of
grade.
survivors?
A little above your pay grade.
A lot above.
Yeah.
So
All right.
this is a walk.
You've been
in
very
the
lucky
park.
until recently.
Yeah. Well, my luck ebbs and flows.
Yes. So, all right. I'd ask you to check back in 12 hours.
Okay. So, shall we go through the door?
I'm ready to open the panel when you say. I would step away in case it is booby-trapped and do not stand in front of the door in case it shoots anything like needles.
Can I find a handhold to like pull myself off the
There's
floor?
nothing. There's nothing.
Uh,
You have to slither on up.
okay, I'm gonna slither on up
Okay. How far away do you get from the door?
20 feet, 50 feet.
Are you ready?
Yes!
How far away are you?
50 feet!
Mon Dieu. Leave me here.
Would it feel better if I stood behind you?
No, it's fine. Let me hear your little... And you see a little faint line of greenish glow start to be revealed and get a little larger and a little
I'm
larger.
gonna press myself to the
and a
ground.
little larger. A
I'm
little
gonna be
larger.
as invisible as possible.
Now there's a little 5 foot
I'm gonna...
by 3 foot rectangle
Okay.
with a greenish glow beyond. Faint, but in the
Nuclear
pitch
reactor.
black. The pitch black, it's noticeable.
It's-
And it seems to be kind of shimmering a little bit.
I'm gonna slither on up.
Okay. What do you mean slither? You're
I'm
crawling? You're crawling on up. And he's like, what's
Pistol
that
in one hand,
noise?
sword in the
What's
other.
that noise? He hears you slithering.
That's me.
Oh, he scared me. I thought it was a creature. What is that? Oh my.
I'm gonna peek in.
Okay. So you look in, and it is a 20-foot wide by 50-foot long by 8-foot tall.
Glass quarter.
No, it's a completely stone chamber with the entirety wall to wall filled with water, and the glow is coming from within the water, and it's just right there, just a pool.
That looks like a nuclear reactor.
20-foot.
Shame I don't know
Yeah.
better.
20 foot by 50 foot. Well, it's not like there's a glow in the water. The water seems clear, but there's a glow from the inside
Yeah,
of
that's
it
concerning. What if it's uranium?
that seems to be coming from the walls inside of it, and it goes in down and Looks like it dips down like in a tube and then goes out of sight
I don't
like that.
swimming.
What's
I
that?
don't like swimming.
Well, no kidding. And there's a very strong sea fish smell. And that's all you see.
There's light.
Yeah.
So, ceiling,
Yeah. 8 feet tall.
what is it? Stone?
Yeah. It's a perfectly rectangular, this is all man-made.
That sounds like a trap. Or a pool.
What kind of trap would that be?
An underwater pool. With glowing green.
Jesus, mon Dieu.
Look for tripwire.
Okay.
Or pressure plate.
Roll your intelligence.
9 out of 14.
Okay. You don't see anything.
What is this?
If we are in the old lands of the Aquariatus and they were sea elves, perhaps this is how they enter the sea? My understanding is they can breathe in the water.
Crap.
I imagine there are many of these chambers. Though how they'll keep the water from flowing out, I do not know.
I know to make
Must
armor.
be some kind of magic.
Do you see any runes?
No, but where's the glow coming from? Although it could be, he finally peers into there. It looks like some sort of lichen or something growing on the sides
What did I say?
in the water. But we cannot. Who knows how far that goes? It may
Test
not
it for
come
salt.
out. Oh yeah, it's salty. Yeah, and fishy.
The other path may take us higher. But we know this is here.
Yes, but now what?
We'll check in when we check in with the elves again. I will ask them.
You want to go for a swim as far as you dare and come back?
How cold is the water?
It's cold. It's deep ocean cold.
We have no fire.
That's true. You have no way to really dry out.
You're welcome to take a dip. Just
Why would there be nothing else here? It makes no sense.
perhaps they had ships or something that could traverse this.
Ships. It's only 20 feet by 50 feet.
Or a boat. Or perhaps they were able to just swim out.
That's what but why would they make it so big for that? You know, maybe it is something in between.
I look for any. Is there a
As you
light
look
right
more
along there?
carefully now, as your eyes are adjusting to the glow, you notice there's what's that?
Actual light.
No, it's a phosphorescent glow of algae and such, but you see that on the walls, you know, above the water, are all sorts of faint, faded. It looks like there were paintings here. It's just faded over a great amount of time. Can't quite make it out, but you realize there's images. The whole ceiling and walls are all covered in images, but you can't quite make them out. There's, you know, the moss and everything, or whatever is built up over time in here. Moisture and such has kind of faded it heavily. You can't make out the details. Okay, so you rub it and it just kind of takes the gunk off and reveals a small portion, and it's brightly colored underneath, although it's hard to tell what the coloring was.
Okay.
What is it?
It looks like marble murals or something.
Yes, it
Painting.
does. Except there's no painting there. He walks on over to there, starts feeling along, clearing it. And as he's wiping and wiping, you see that the wall goes, as he pushes in something, he pulls back as you see something go, you hear, you feel the whole ground go.
What have you done?
I don't know.
Come back to the door?
The door is closing.
Oh,
it might just be the switch for the door.
I'm gonna stay on this side for a second.
You're going to step through it?
Yeah.
Wait for me! He hurries on over. It moves fairly slowly.
Wait on that side and we'll see what happens. Not,
No.
not calling if you need me.
No. He's already on the other side.
Open the door.
Okay, you open it. You see the water level has risen up to the edge of the pool. It was a little below. Now it's risen up to the edge and is starting to spill over a little bit, just slowly. Close it!
Do I see anything coming up in the water?
You're gonna have to get up because back where you are, you can't. Okay, you go up and look. Okay, so, yeah, actually you do.
There's something in
There's
there.
something. There's the rounded tip of something down in the other end seems to be slowly coming down. Something's coming down.
There's something coming out.
But water now spilling over and pouring through the door here.
That's
about
fine.
that much water.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay, he's on the other side of the door going, what do you see? Is it a kraken?
It looks metallic.
Well, you're not sure. You know about that.
It
It's
doesn't
just
look like a
it's
a
rounded
fish.
tip.
It's the tip of something.
It could be the end of a kraken.
It could be a boat or some sort of.
Why would they need a boat? They're sea elves.
Yes, but water.
It's very large, whatever it is. It's taking up almost the entire
It's
tube.
kind of huge.
And it is very much a rounded tip. Just looks like a long, narrow tube that kind of goes into a beak.
It looks like a beak.
It's a kraken!
No.
You've let loose the kraken!
Actually, you have, lad.
Get out of there! You'll be drowned! Water level is still pouring. It's not getting any higher though. It's just kind of pouring. Yeah, but it
would
hasn't
be
got
if
any
the
higher.
door wasn't open.
Hasn't got any higher than this.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pouring down the corridor. But whatever it is approaching.
I just don't trust the door. Close the door, and if I knock, open it, please.
Will I be able to hear you through the stone?
I don't know. I ting 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 on one side.
Well, I can hear that because the door's open.
Put your ear to it. See if you hear something through it.
All right.
Ting ting ting.
Nothing.
Pong pong pong.
I barely heard that.
How bad?
Just very faintly, and over the rumble of the water, it was difficult.
Close the door.
Are you certain?
Yep.
All right. Water slowly starting to fill up. The thing is now looks like it's taking up half the space in the tube, and so it's coming down a tube like this, and up into
It
here.
occurs to me that could have all just been one giant natural storm drain. Pang pang pang.
Water's up to your thighs.
Pang pang pang. Pang pang pang.
And there's now a vibrating sensation.
Pom pom
It's
pom.
now up to your crotch, and you're like,
Pom pom
it's
pom.
cold.
Pom pom pom.
The water starts pouring out the thing. He's like, what the? You hear a splat of him falling down as the water wave hits him.
Are you okay?
Oh, God, it's cold.
Yes, it
It is
is.
so cold.
My lads have been frozen.
Now about 3/4 of something is coming through, and you're starting to see the tip of it starting to poke out of the water a little bit. And it does indeed appear to be metallic.
It's metal.
And it just looks like a tube. Why? Get out of there, you're going to drown.
Not yet.
It's just pouring out now, but the water level's starting to drop.
Yeah.
Finally, the back end kind of bobs up, and it goes bob, bob, bob,
Looks
bob.
like a boat, maybe.
And it's got a flat top to it, just flat,
It's
featureless.
a submarine.
Very flat feature.
My
There
character
appears to be a round trap door in the top of it, closed.
There's a door.
And then tubes. It just goes to a tube on both ends.
Stay there. I'm going to climb on top of it.
On that,
Yep. So
it's just floating in the water. Well, it just drops. You're gonna have to
Yeah, I'm
swim.
swimming.
Okay, you
Jump.
do notice there are little steps on one side
I'm gonna
in the
take
middle.
those.
No, in the
Oh,
side of
okay.
it. You'll have to
So-
jump in the freezing cold water
hold on to these.
with
I hand
your
him- I
-4.
hand him the guns.
-4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he takes it.
Endurance.
All right, what's your swim? Do you have swim? This is a swim check, or you will be in great trouble. Did you take any proficiencies in swim?
I can sail.
That doesn't mean you can swim.
Yes, it
There are
does.
plenty of sailors who couldn't swim.
I have shipwright and saltwater sailing.
Yeah.
Can
But
I
did you
trade
put
one of those
Did you
for
put
swimming?
anything in
Because
swim?
that doesn't make sense.
People, that happens.
I should know how
It's
to
foolish.
swim before.
Well, you made
shit.
that choice with your character. You have new proficiencies
I
coming.
forget that.
You might want to make a note of that for the future. When you get your proficiencies.
It occurs to me I don't know how to swim.
He looks at you incredulous. You grew up in land, didn't you? Fine, here. He hands it back to you. Here, he gives you his stuff. It is, I grew up near the sea.
I grew up on boats and ships.
And you can swim?
I don't understand how I never learned.
You never took the time.
Apparently, I just splashed around and hoped I didn't drown. So
Yeah.
Nope,
he hands you his
nope,
stuff.
Nope.
I can swim like a fish.
I need to learn.
You will freeze and drown, and you will go down the tube and you will die. And I do not have the strength to pull you out.
Fine.
So
In you go.
he takes off everything but his loincloth, braces himself. He's looking at you like, this is going to be cold. The water is subsided and is level with the edge of the thing now. Jumps right in, but he does a nice, like, elegant dive. His big bulk of a body just does this elegant dive into the water, barely breaks the water, and swims on over.
Oh, please, but thank you.
Swims on over to where the steps are, and then tries to climb what? Are there none left? Oh, I'm sorry. Psych. And starts trying to climb up and has great difficulty pulling his bulk out of the water. He's much more elegant in the water, kind of like a hippopotamus. But he finally gets up to the top and starts feeling around and eventually finds a latch, and the little portal thing goes pop and comes up into a big cylindrical tube. It's only 5 feet tall and only about 3 feet wide.
Oof.
Yeah. He looks at you. He looks at his bulk. Looks at you. Looks at that thing. This could be a problem.
I'd like try to crouch myself down just to like try and gauge if I could squeeze into that.
Maybe. It'll be tight.
I'm a pretty skinny dude.
I will go in and look. There seems to be some light inside.
Don't die.
Indeed. He squeezes himself into
I
there.
check the amulet to make sure there's no people coming
Yeah,
that I can sense.
Squeezes himself in. And you hear a hollow echoing sound inside. Then and you hear from inside, I can't get out. I'm stuck. And it gets one arm out. Oh my goodness. Squeezes himself out. You see he's got a length of rope. Tosses 10 to you. Don't forget the gear. We're going to need it. Here, throw me the gear. All at once, or you do it carefully one
Many
at a time?
things, carefully.
One at a time?
Yes.
Okay. Roll your throw.
What?
Roll your throw.
-4?
What are you throwing first?
Tommy gun.
All right, you're throwing your
With the
Tommy gun
safety
first. Okay. Did you know about safety? Did you learn
Yes.
about safety? Okay. What'd you get?
8.
That's good. Remember, it's the stat check. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah.
So I just
It
want
wasn't a to hit. It
Okay,
was
so that's a 14 out of 17.
okay.
Then.
Yeah, this wasn't a
With
difficult
my
check.
-4,
This was
which
just
translates
with
to
your being
+4.
okay. Paralyzed.
I'm not paralyzed anymore.
All right. Well, but you're stiff. It throws you off. Anyway, so you're able to get that. So it's a little awkward, but you get it all over there. And then
I hope they
rope.
have a submarine manual.
He just pulls you through the water because you can't even doggy paddle.
Oh, right. I forgot I was paralyzed.
Yeah.
Right.
So he pulls you through the water, and then you climb up the thing.
Just flop.
And then he's like, let me get back in there, then I will send it up for you.
So
He,
pile.
he's like, you'll have
send the gear
to.
down separately.
There's no room.
No, separately. You send it back up. I will send the
Yes,
gear through.
yes. All right. He squeezes.
Burn that motor.
It like amplifies the sound. Whatever noise he's making there seems to be amplified. comes up very quickly. Put all the stuff in.
Yep. Look for a button.
Let me know when you're ready.
We're good.
Every movement is like really amplified. Yeah. It's really tricky. Roll your decks.
Can do. 14 out of 17.
All right. You squeeze yourself in. You have to kind of do the yogi pretzel fold. Are you ready?
Yep.
Is that all you just say? Just yep. How much do you weigh?
Like one something.
Oh, really? That's it?
195. He's pretty skinny.
Oh, okay.
Like he's wiry.
Okay, yeah, like I used to be. All right. Okay, you're inside. Everything's lit with a dim reddish light.
What are we in Russia?
What?
Soviet Russia. They have
What is this?
submarines like this
You don't
with
know
dim
anything
red
about
lights
that.
because they do not value
Anyway,
eyes only vodka.
There's little benches on each side, and in the front there's
A wheel.
no, there's no wheel. There's these panels with little blinking lights and buttons. Lots of blinking lights and buttons.
Jesus
Lots and
Christ.
lots of
This
blinking
is
lights
an
and
advanced
buttons.
submarine. Why are you doing this to me?
No, it's actually a really primitive one.
Is it?
Blinking lights and buttons.
I don't know anything about
Think
submarines.
circa 1950s.
Oh, Lord.
But really, think more Civil War, but with 1950s buttons and lights. Remember the Civil War submarines?
They were pieces of wood.
Some of them, yeah. No, they were metal and wood, but yeah. They were.
I do not feel safe.
You don't. It is an unnatural experience. No, this is obviously it's metal. It's got, but it's magically created. But
Do you think that there is...
that looks like how you control it somehow.
Is there a manual?
I can't read it. It's very strange runes. I imagine that's a Queriatus.
I can read Elvish.
I can read many tongues of Elvish, but not the Queriatus. It's a dead language. Even the Queriatus don't know for the most part.
Give me a second. I'm going to pop down.
Okay, we're going to have to leave it there. 9 o'clock. All right.
Finally, Pengore.
Woo! Pengore is back.
You poor bastard.
What has he got himself into?
Not hell, so it's okay.
So how is that for you?
That was fine.
Good.
A little frustrating because I wanted to beat the crap
This
out of
whole
it.
this whole campaign has been
This
frustration
entire
for
time,
you.
I have been waiting to just go after that drow
Well,
and
if it's
beat
any
him
comfort,
into
you hurt
turning
him
me.
very badly.
Yeah, he's a wizard.
Very badly.
Yeah, well, he hurt me kind of badly, but now I'm back up the top ship,
Yes.
so screw him.
Yes. And you've now confirmed he does not have his spellbook.
Ha, loser.
Yeah. Now he might have a backup if this is his home area. If.
But I don't know that it was his home area because
Yeah,
he
you
deploys
don't
someone
know.
somewhere and then
Yeah,
tell them to go
you don't
somewhere
know.
else.
Yeah, you don't
This
know.
is the drow. They're not exactly like, oh, you're home?
Mm-hmm.
Come home. They're like, no.
Plus he's male.
Yeah, he's
They're the slaves.
whipped.
I have a whole detailed story as to why the drow are the way they are and how radically different they are from what they originally were.
Yeah, I'd read that.
What's that?
I want to know.
Well, it's on the wiki, but it's not public access.
Damn, it's cold in here. I'm getting cold.
And it would give away too much what's going on. Yeah, it is dropping.
I don't want spoilers, but I want them.
I know. All right, we're done for now. Sweet. Had a rough start there. Too much rules, argument, and process that you've kind of forgotten since it's been so
I'm just
long.
obnoxious and stubborn. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, we'll get
This
you
is
back
why
in a
I'm not
routine
doing
here.
Heroes of the Mist.
Yeah. Yeah, they would really be disruptive to the game if you did that.
That's true.
See you later.